Holy moly, guys, welcome back to Dual Destinies. What in the hell happened in the last one? I was so gobsmacked that I didn't even think. Like, everything just happened at once and I was freaked. I've had a day to think about it, and oh my god, everything came rushing back. Like, in the moment, because I'd been handed so much information, and then at the end, the black Cyclops, excuse me? Dude, the last time we saw those was in Apollo Justice, and the reason it didn't click with me right away is because Apollo Justice was not the last game I played. It was 2 games ago, because we played the Edgeworth Investigations games after that. I had a feeling if I had played Apollo Justice right before this, I would have had the immediate, recollection that the only other time we've seen those is with Kristoff, when we were in, like, the Mason system. Do you guys remember? So almost towards the end of the game. No spoilers, obviously, but, like, and we never found out what the hell was behind those things. And it bugged the crap out of me. That was such a moment. I looked into those special Cyclops you mentioned, Mr. Nick. You did? That's great. I really appreciate it. A red Cyclops protects a secret a person is consciously trying to hide. If the person folds under questioning, the lock breaks and the truth comes out. Yep, that's exactly how I got the truth out of Detective Fulbright and Director Cosmos. But a black Cyclops protects a secret from the deepest place in a person's heart. Yeah, I bet it's something that they don't even, right here, I was gonna say, it's something that maybe is so deep that they can't, or they don't know it's there. Now, with Kristoff, I bet you he did know. But I bet you his resolve was so goddamn strong that he wasn't giving that up for anything, right? I bet you that's what happened. With Athena, I'm willing to bet that this is more what it is. She's not even consciously aware. It could be something that's so traumatic and so deep-seated in her that it's like her body's like refusing to let it come out. Like her mind's refusing. A secret that a person isn't even consciously aware of. So, even they don't know it's there? Athena isn't trying to keep anything from you on purpose. For some reason, part of her heart and her memories are sealed off, even from herself. Do you think it was that way with Kristoff, though? I don't know. I'm thinking no, just because of what we know about him. Okay, so all I have to do is break the Cyclops. Are we even going to be able to? I thought it was impossible. According to my research, a black Cyclops is like a heavy chain wrapped directly around one's heart. If they are ripped off by force, it could cause permanent damage to a person's soul. Oh, yeah, no, we don't want to fuck with that, do we? That's a mess. In other words, if I'm not careful, I could traumatize Athena for good. Yeah, I don't think we should be doing this. I think this is bad. Pearls, could you stay by Athena's side? She must be suffering under the weight of such a heavy burden. All right. But will you be all right by yourself, Mr. Nick? Oh, no, I'm gonna stand in court by myself? Well, I guess it happens. I'm up against Edgeworth. I have to be able to give this trial all of my focus and strength. Edgeworth will be there, and he'll be alone, too. You can't do that if I'm there. I'll just hold you back. No, that's not what I meant. No, that's not it. I just meant I can relax and concentrate if I knew you were with Athena. You're the only one who can do it, Pearls. All right. I'll do it then. Good luck, Mr. Nick. You got this, girl? Okay, because Athena's gonna need somebody for sure. Good. Now that my mind is at ease, I'd better get ready. I'll just tidy up the evidence and take out what I don't need. It's time to end this nightmare that started 7 years ago. Here we go. Wasn't the thing we talked about with Kristoff also 7 years ago? The 7 just keeps coming back. Jesus Christ. I swear to God, as soon as I edited this, and it all flashed back to the Kristoff moment. And, like, everything that happened back then with, like, asking him about, like, did you kill Zach? Was just like, oh, what a thing that was. I can't believe they've brought it back here. I mean, I get it. You're supposed to play this right after, so it made sense. Defense, prosecution, and judge. There are even people in the gallery. Are they able to sit down? This whole place is, like, blown up. The roof has been completely blown off and the walls have collapsed. Hopefully it doesn't start raining in here. But today, this ruin is my battleground. Kind of serendipitous, isn't it? Oh, here we go! Oh my god, the robot's there. Look at him! Yeah, there we have a nice skylight today. Oh, Judge, how's your face, boy? what? You're looking very illuminated. You're looking very bright-faced and bushy-bearded. I like it. How is it seeing, like, extra in here? We have a lot more lighting.
Court, or some facsimile thereof, is now in session for the trial of Athena Sykes.
What's holding? Who's holding it? Oh, she's talking through the robot. She couldn't even be here? Wait, surely she has to be. Maybe not. Maybe she's still holed up with the hostages, I suppose. I guess that makes sense. So she's talking through this. Not a facsimile, old man. This is a proper official trial. Take this more seriously or you'll start hearing the bones of the hostages snap. Please try not to upset Miss Blackwell. I'm begging you. Oh, this is a mess already.
Court is now in session for the very serious and very proper trial of Athena Sykes?
Yeah, thanks. That'll do it. Thanks very much, Judge. Oh my god, Edgeworth! Oh well, this is just gonna be fantastic because I'm gonna just be staring at you all damn day. And all of the motions and animations and facial expressions that you make. And loving every minute of it. That's right. This is no trial. It's nothing more than a ridiculous farce. What did you say? Edgeworth? Did you not hear what I just said to his honor? However, this ridiculous farce has a very important meaning for our legal system. Edgeworth doesn't give a fuck. He never has. Recall the case of the UR1 incident in which a prosecutor was found guilty of murder. That case ushered in the odious dark age of the law. I see what you're after. If we can find the real truth behind that case today. Precisely. The darkness will be dispelled and glory shall be restored to the court system. That's really what Edgeworth cares about. Especially being chief prosecutor, I'm sure.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, you sound as if you know something of this truth.
I do indeed. A new suspect has emerged in the UR1 case. For 7 years, Simon Blackwell has refused to speak in order to cover for someone else. Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes. Oh, go ahead and screenshot that. That's totally... I mean, Edgeworth is here. We're going to screenshot all of it. It's too late now. This is absolute finale chaos. I'm sorry, Wright, but the situation is what it is, and I must do what I must. We know what you're about to do. It's okay. We're ready. It has to be done. Prosecution moves to indict Athena Sykes on the count of murder in the first degree. We have to present this, and then we have to show that she's innocent. That's what we need to do. And then subsequently proving that Blackwell is innocent. Ooh,
Regardless the circumstance, I intend to question the defendant with all I have.
Mm-hmm.
For that is a part of my creed.
Then you better bring it.
It's windy in here.
If the two of you are ready.
Judge, you look so nice.
Court is now in session for the trial of Athena Sykes.
Is that what he sounds like?
Your Honor, the defense was born ready.
Oh wow.
The prosecution is also ready.
He did his little finger wag. Did you guys see it? I'm still amazed at that. Is that what the judge sounds like? I like my voice better for him. The immense tension between us. It's like we're picking up right where we left off. Yup, drop your pants. Wait. No, we're supposed to be serious. How am I going to get through this with him here? Oh, man. How am I going to concentrate? It's my duty to clear Prosecutor Blackwell of false accusations and end this insanity. But I have no intention of losing Miss Sykes either. She's a very promising young lawyer. I know without a doubt that Athena's innocent. God, I hope we know what we're doing here. Spoiler alert. I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell did it either. We've got to get to the bottom of this. But who could it be? Here's the thing. I don't really have anyone in mind. I don't think it was him. I don't honestly think it was Aura either. Even though she's doing all this shit now, I just have a gut feeling that it's not her. And I'm not sure why I have that feeling. So do you have any clue who was responsible for the sabotage?
Well, at the very least, I know it wasn't Simon Blackwell. I don't know enough to identify the true culprit, but it's clear what that person is. To put it simply, a spy.
And that makes me think that it's not somebody in the Space Center directly. But that really narrows it down to almost nobody. Because who the fuck could it be? The true culprit is a spy. It's going to be hard to convince anyone of that when I barely believe it myself. I don't have a choice if I want to save Athena and Blackwell and expose the spy. I just don't know. I'm trying to think of who's even involved in this case. Or maybe a case from the previous, I don't know.
Now then, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth.
No need for the Chief Prosecutor bit, Your Honor. I am here as a simple prosecutor. He's so humble.
Very well, your opening statement, please, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Although I've been known of late to give an impressive opening statement myself.
You don't have to do that today because Edgeworth does his job. In all the trials I've ever seen, only the prosecution gives an opening statement. That's right, that's how it should be.
Of course, you're right. I was just joking. Just having a little fun.
So he wasn't doing them just out of fear. Interesting. Let's start with a brief overview of the UR1 incident. Let's do it. Let's get refreshed. The incident occurred at the Cosmos Space Center 7 years ago on October 7th. The victim, psychologist Matisse Sykes, was killed in the robotics lab on the 4th floor. Athena's mother. Simon Blackwell, a young prosecutor at the time, was found guilty of the crime. There were two deciding factors that led to his guilty verdict. One, Blackwell was the only person in the corridor to the lab at the time of the murder. And two, this photo, which captured the moment of the crime. I still don't think that's what it is. He's just looking at it, surely.
Very incriminating evidence indeed. It would appear that the only conclusion is that Prosecutor Blackwell did indeed...
Wait a minute, we haven't even started. Are you kidding me? I'm not accepting any conclusion of the kind. This opening statement is over. Now, hurry up and call the witness.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Blackwell, but we must follow proper procedure for these things, you know.
Or perhaps we should heed her wishes, Your Honor. She is the trial sponsor, after all. We can probably throw rules out the window at this point, as long as we actually get to the truth. Because it's not like this is official. Besides, the courtroom is chilly and sitting for too long can't be good for your back. Boy, I can attest to that. Content creators rise up. We all have back problems.
Oh, you were very kind to show such concern for the welfare of the elderly.
Listen, we love you over here, Judge, eh? As skilled as ever at playing the court puppeteer, I see. Listen, Edgeworth has class. He knows what he has to do, and he does it. The prosecution calls its first witness. A witness who decided to bring forth new testimony after 7 long years. Oh, it must be Bobby. I wonder what he's gonna say about it. New testimony? Who is this witness? It has to be him, right? Because he's the one that told us all about it suddenly and then thrust us. Yeah, I knew it. What's up, dude? You're alright. Well, you gonna help us with this as usual?
Bobby Fulbright's the name and justice we trust!
Oh, Jesus. It's so good to hear your music. And see your shining face. What are you doing here? To be fair, he's the one that did open this whole thing up.
I'm just here to speak for the hostage taker, Miss Aura Blackwell. She says she's too busy, what with confining and threatening the hostages and all.
That doesn't seem to stop her from constantly chiming in through Klonko. I'm nothing more than an observer in this. Do your best. I'm watching you. Believing her brother innocent, Miss Blackwell has been conducting her own investigation. I was wondering if that was going to be the case at all. And though her current actions are hardly lawful, I think we can at least hear her theory. Oh, and okay, so Bobby's going to tell us about that.
I have here Miss Blackwell's notes on the investigation she conducted. And I'll be giving testimony based on these notes. Here I go!
Okay, you go, dude. Here we are. Aura Blackwell's theory. Okay, let's hear it.
Simon isn't the murderer. He was trying to cover for someone.
That seems like a truthful statement.
Someone else was at the scene at the time. They say that Simon committed the murder.
Really?
I mean, if he really was out to steal that moon rock, then why the rolling case? Because he was using it to hide someone inside, that's why. And the only person small enough to fit inside that case was Athena Sykes.
Oh, I see. Wait a minute, though.
And that's Miss Blackwell's theory. It totally goes in the face of the official ruling, huh? About the case she mentions, there were other rolling cases like that one in the lab. But they're not for traveling. They're apparently for moving parts and equipment.
Yeah, we saw those things. Yeah, we saw the cases over there. That's what they're talking about. I vaguely remember seeing 3 cases, all different sizes.
At the last trial, they thought that Prosecutor Blackwell used the case to steal the rock. And they had a perfectly good reason to think that, too. You see, there's a security camera in the corridor that leads to the robotics lab. And that camera captured footage of Blackwell leaving the scene with the case.
Oh, wait, is this an actual photo? Oh, I guess that's the footage. Uh-oh, yeah, that does look bad. I can see why that footage helped to bring his trial to a quick end. Really, it all looks terrible. It's very convincing, that's for sure. Oh, here's the video. Okay, they probably added that photo then, so that's what you can see on the video. Video showing the corridor to the crime scene. Blackwell was the only one to pass through at the time of the crime. Okay.
That case, by the way, was later discovered outside on the Space Center grounds.
Speaking of after the incident, where was the defendant, Athena Sykes, found? Yeah, where was she the whole time?
She was found on the 5th floor of the Space Center in the Sykes family residence. Prosecutor Blackwell most likely brought her there after the incident.
In addition, it's unknown where Miss Sykes was at the estimated time of death. That's probably going to be super important.
Miss Sykes was too confused by the shock of her mother's death to give proper testimony. And there was no witnesses or evidence to tell us where she might have been.
So, what you're saying is Miss Sykes didn't even have an alibi?
That is what the evidence is saying, yes. I understand the reasoning behind the theory, but I'm far from convinced. The victim is the accused's mother. Are you actually claiming that an 11-year-old girl...
That is a hard sell, isn't it? Of course, the girl had a very strong motive. Uh-oh, Edgeworth, okay. I know you have to, let's hear it.
Dr. Sykes was a psychologist who wrote many papers about speech and emotions. You're aware of Athena Sykes' special ability, aren't you, Your Honor?
He should be. I mean, he's seen it in action.
Are you referring to that therapy thing? Yes, she's done it quite a few times in court.
The ability to read emotions from speech and the subject of her mother's research.
Well, as long as it benefits society, I don't see any particular problem researching it.
I don't like where this is heading. I don't either. I mean, I get that Edgeworth absolutely has to do this. Oh, but this is going to get messy before it gets better. I can already tell. Uh-oh. Because he's not going to hold back. He's just going to do it because he knows he has to. Dr. Sykes was so intent on her research, she forced her daughter to undergo experiments. Oh, here it comes. I knew this was going to be something. I knew. I just had that feeling.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, are you seriously suggesting?
Slam it. Yes, Edgeworth. Yes, I would do you. I've done my best to be delicate, but even you can't deny it to be true, Mr. Wright. No longer able to withstand the anguish of the experiments, Miss Sykes felt her only choice was to kill her own mother. He did apologize. Yeah. I mean, that's why he's here. To put that out there. Ugh. I'm not making excuses just because I love Edgeworth, trust me, but he's gonna be a cutthroat.
Order in the court. What a tragic story. I hardly want to believe it myself. But we must proceed. Mr. Wright, if you could. Detective Fulbright, please refer to the notes.
Is he gonna change anything here? Let's take a look. I mean, I'm just pressing everything. Oh, yes, let's have that. The more of that, please. I'm pressing it all. Because honestly, I just want to see what happens and what's being said. This is probably a very factual statement, but hold it. I press it anyway. That's what I do. So Prosecutor Blackwell willingly accepted a death sentence to protect someone else?
Yes, that is precisely what Miss Blackwell appears to believe.
And that is what I believe as well. Prosecutor Blackwell is no murderer, Mr. Wright. But Athena Sykes certainly didn't kill anyone either, Mr. Edgeworth. So it appears neither of us can afford to go easy on the other. Fine, I expected no less. Oh, well, I can't wait to get that. On Twitter, I mean.
Ooh, I remember this tense atmosphere. It's so invigorating.
Neat. I know. See, even the judge is feeling nostalgic. This is the best day ever. Well, not really, because this is tragic. This is awful. But Edgeworth is here, so it's a little bit better.
I'm only reading notes here, but yeah, I feel extra invigorated too, so let's keep going.
You just keep reading those notes, boy. You're doing a good job. Someone else was at the scene at the time that they say Simon committed the murder. Definitely tell me more about that. But that's just speculation.
Objection!
Is that what he sounds like? That's not the same guy, is it? Wait, that's not his voice actor. It's not. Right? Guys, am I nuts? I might be a little bit crazy. Unless he changed his tone. That's not him. No, Miss Blackwell has proper grounds for her claims.
Objection!
Is that really him? I gotta hear it again. Then why didn't you say so in the first place?
Objection!
What? No, no! I can't, am I remembering things wrong? You're the one who screamed, "Hold it," and cut me off. Fine, so maybe I jumped the gun by a teeny weeny bit. Listen, it happens. I'm flustered with you here, alright? I'm doing the best I can.
Now I know what they mean when they say close enough to argue. Moving on.
Alright, so that brought up nothing. If he really was out to steal the moon rock, why the rolling case? Tell me more about that, too. Like, where are you going with that? This rolling case. I suppose you mean the one... But they're there in the photo here. That existed in the photo with Prosecutor Blackwell in it. Right. Those right there. See, you can see one's missing here in this photo as well. Look at that. There's only 2. That's gonna come up. But was absent when the crime scene photos were taken? Yes, that's the one. And Miss Blackwell has drawn a conclusion from these 2 photos.
She has? And what is that conclusion?
Wait, Poppy, you didn't even know? You're the one with her notes. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Oh, right, of course, yes, reading them now. So why the rolling case?
Because he was using it to hide someone inside.
Hold it!
Let's talk about it. I'm worried because I think I see where this is going to. And how do you propose he hid a person inside one of the cases? So, you have forgotten that we just saw such a thing only the other day. At your own daughter's magic show, she fit a grown person into a small box. How was that? I missed that. Oh yeah, way to ruin the memory of a good day.
A magic show? I wish you would have thought to invite me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. Next time I promise.
Actually, I would have liked to go too.
Oh, okay, everyone gets to go to the magic show. I want a boys' day out at the magic show. Let's frickin' do it. My apologies. I'll invite you both next time. I promise. So, wait a minute. What were we talking about again? Oh, wow. Phoenix has become me for once.
Prosecutor Blackwell was using the case to hide someone.
Does make sense. I mean, it looked like the biggest one was gone, did it not? And the only person small enough to fit in that case was Athena Sykes.
Hold it!
I haven't come up with anything yet. But that's nothing more than conjecture, and it's hardly the only possibility.
In that case, what do you think Prosecutor Blackwell had in that case?
I think it was the moon rock.
Objection!
Why? Why, Edgeworth? There were 3 cases at the scene, but Prosecutor Blackwell used the largest one. I knew that was going to come up. The moon rock was egg-shaped and only about 8 inches in diameter. Oh, something they're familiar with. Wait, what? Stop. Don't. It wouldn't have made any sense to use the longest case there just to move that rock.
Objection!
Well, what if he wanted it to look suspicious? Be that as it may, it doesn't prove that Miss Sykes was inside. So, let me ask you this. Can you come up with a better theory of what was in the case?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you?
I don't think so. Yikes, give a guy some time to think. Let's see. Should I try to bluff my way through what could have been in that case? Listen, if ever a time that you've got to answer to bluffing, it's in this damn game series, alright? Like, seriously, when have we not bluffed through this? Phoenix, that's all we ever do. I never know what's happening until the last second. There's no reason to say don't bluff, is there? I just don't think that there is. Because by bluffing, we're gonna figure it out, right? Because don't bluff, I don't have anything. I don't think I do. I mean, I don't... Hang on. I don't think that... Where is it? Is it in here? Yeah, okay. I just wanted to look at the case really quick one more time to make sure there's nothing, like, obvious hanging from it or on it. There's not. I would say bluff then, because I don't have anything. I'm gonna do it. I mean, there's no like health bar here, so I can't mess it up. I know exactly what Prosecutor Blackwell carried from the scene. I just have to find something else that was missing, right? No sweat.
Oh, I'd be very interested in hearing your theory. If it's true, that is.
They already know I'm fucking it up. They already know. At first I thought this was a really gruesome picture, right? But actually I think it's just, it looks that way because of her obi. Like the belt of her kimono is like a dark color. And at first when I looked at it really quick, I literally thought that was like her inside spilling out. And I'm like, they would never do that, would they? No, it's just the way her dress looks. But it still looks bad, doesn't it? This is a crime scene photo taken after Prosecutor Blackwell left, correct? All we have to do is compare this with this photo of Prosecutor Blackwell to see what's missing. What is missing, though? If he took something with him, then it should be in one of these photos. Lady Luck, don't fail me now.
All right then, Mr. Wright, let us hear your theory.
Uh-oh, I better look at those again real quick, because I don't freaking know. I couldn't see it just from there. Oh, stupid D-pad. Out of here with that. Okay, let me look real quick. I'm looking, there's a jacket on the floor, blah, 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 blah. It's like one of those find the difference things, right? There's the sword on the ground, there's paper. Okay. Right, here's this. This is what we want to look at, right? Because, yeah, okay. The box, parts. Well, let me look at the other one real quick. No. Also, what is that thing? Like, what is that thing next to him that looks like a mummy? I don't like it, and I'm not sure what it is. Like, what the hell is it? Is that the thing? It looks kind of like a bandaged up arm of some kind, like a robot-y arm. I think that's the thing that we need to actually discuss, because, like, that doesn't show up anywhere else. Does it? Yeah, see, it looks kind of like one of those arms in the back. Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, this is gonna end badly, isn't it? It's this picture, so we gotta find something. What did Prosecutor Blackwell take from the scene of the murder? Well, it could be that, because this is literally the only thing that I haven't seen anywhere else. Even this box with this part in it is in the other photo as well, along with some of these gadgets, the sword, the cases, and everything else is normal. Like this little like thing was in the other picture, right? This little trolley thing. And this, whatever this is, isn't on it, see? There's the box, there's like the purple wire. And I don't like what it looks like, to be honest. It looks like something sinister. I'm gonna say that.
Take that!
Because that's big enough to fit in the case too. Please notice there is a robot part on top of the cart in this photo. However, in this photo taken after the crime, the robot part is gone. In other words, this part is something that was taken from the scene of the crime.
You do appear to be right. I don't see it in the second picture. But it's just a piece of junk. How important could it be?
Is it really just an insignificant robot part? I mean, we're still bluffing here. Are we going to be led to it? Speaking of which... What are you looking at? I'm going to start charging for each glance per eyeball. Stingy. What happened to the age of free previews? Listen, we're not here for that right now. Your Honor, about this robot part. Doesn't it look like it could be an arm from that robot there? Oh, I suppose so, because it's got the same grippies. It's just wrapped up.
Well, now that you mention it, it does, doesn't it? But the case is still too big to be practical for just the moon rock and a robot arm.
But was it really just the one arm that was in there? If it wasn't Athena in the case, then maybe. I believe there was another robot at the scene that looks just like the one here. Your Honor, it is the defense's assertion that it was this other robot that was in the case.
What? Wait, what?
Wait, are we? Oh, wait a minute though.
Objection!
We can't be certain that part belonged to a robot. Yes, it looks like the arm of the one before us, but it could be something else entirely.
Maybe, but...
Besides, it's wrapped entirely in bandaging, making it difficult to verify what it is.
Objection!
Yeah, but it has the same shape. I know for a fact that it's a robot arm. I can even tell which robot it belonged to, just by looking at it. Wait, we can? With this information, we can investigate whether it was there at the time or not.
But, Mr. Wright, I thought you were more of the technologically illiterate type.
Listen, that's only on Tuesdays.
When did you become such an expert? I feel somehow abandoned.
Don't worry, Grandpa Boomer, I'll get you caught up. I even know how to use TikTok. Not to worry, Your Honor. I still know next to nothing about machines. But I know this piece of evidence proves which robot the arm belonged to. Huh? Evidence proves which robot the arm belonged to? How? What do we know about it? It was covered in... Wait! It was covered in a bandage! Don't... Oh, look right here! Remember that they said that Athena would cover the robots in bandages? It's here in this picture. Jesus Christ, man! Thank God I came up with that, because I was not sure until just that second. The robot in this picture is named Ponko. But take a look at Ponko's arm. It was Miss Sykes who bandaged it up like that.
She must have thought the machines heal in the same way people do. What an adorable, naive mistake. It reminds me of my own grandchild.
The robot arm at the crime scene had the same bandaging around it. Oh, look, and that really also accounts for the drawings on it, too. See, like, there's little tapes and little things like that. Or marker, I can't tell what it is. In other words, this robot arm could belong to none other than Ponko. Oh, shit. Where is Ponko? We haven't seen her since the whole thing happened. We've only talked to Ponko since, like, the second time we saw her.
Order in the court. Order, I say. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what do you have to say to this?
I concede that the robot is about the same size as a child, but it cannot grab its knees and curl itself into a bowl. Even if it was the largest of the cases, the robot couldn't have possibly fit in there. Case does come up to about mid-thigh on Prosecutor Blackwell.
I see your point.
Now we're all looking at his thighs, thank you.
The robot is much taller than that.
Well, wait a minute though, the arm was taken off. What if they just took off other pieces, no? I wonder if that's what they're gonna go with. Wait, but that's the thing, right? Yeah, you could just dismantle it. They've talked about it before. They've got me there. So then did Prosecutor Blackwell make Ponko fit in the case by, dismantling her? There you go. They've said, the robots have said previously that they can be taken apart. And the arm was already taken off. Why not the rest of it? Of course Ponko would fit. All Prosecutor Blackwell had to do was dismantle her. Once taken apart, the robot could have easily fit inside the rolling case. We saw the parts here. It appears to be a robot assembly device. Disassemble anything in a flash, push the dismantle button. So that's how he did it. He didn't necessarily know how to do it, but this machine probably did it for him. That sounds pretty neat. Can I push it, Mr. Nick?
It sounds rather violent, but Mr. Wright does have a point.
Objection!
What's wrong? Except that there was a bloody... God, I said bloody because there's blood there. There was a body on the table where the robots are dismantled and assembled. There would have been no room to take the robot apart.
Objection!
Yeah, what are we gonna do about that? But what if it wasn't done on the table? What if the katana was used instead?
You mean the sword?
Wait, did he... Oh God, did he just like chop him up? Like Ginsu knifed it? Yes, Your Honor. Miss Blackwell, I'd like your opinion as a woman of science. Isn't it true that the katana could have been used to take the robot apart? Like a giant sharp Allen key? I suppose so. Their joints aren't made of a very tough material. A blade could slice through them. Thank you for your expert opinion, Miss Blackwell. Thanks to you, we now know that the existence of the severed arm in this photo proves that Ponko was taken apart. In addition, since the rest of Ponko was not found at the scene, we can conclude that the true meaning of this photo is very different from the original interpretation. Did we actually bluff our way through this? I can't believe it.
You can't mean.
That's exactly what I mean. This photo does not capture the moment of the murder. It captures him taking her apart. Oh my God. It is instead a picture of the moment after the robot was sliced apart. The blood you see where the arm was cut off was transferred there by the bloody katana. Most likely the rest of Ponko is scattered around Prosecutor Blackwell's feet. Not hearing this. It's got you worried, eh? Get ready. Therefore, what was transported inside that case was not the defendant, but a robot. Miss Sykes never was at the scene at the time of the murder. Oh no, your head! Oh my god, my head, my body. Where am I? Oh no. Did you come back for a moment, Klonko? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's rabble time.
Order in the court.
It's true that Ponko was found in pieces after the murder. Oh, you're gonna tell us that now, are you? And I'll admit that I repaired her myself afterwards. Photo of the crime updated in the court record. This photo shows Blackwell taking the robot apart. There's a blood stain on the end of the robot's arm. Oh, shit. Okay. Yes, I'm finally making some progress. Hopefully, I've gotten at least one step closer. Proving that both Athena and Prosecutor Blackwell innocent.
Objection!
What's wrong, my darling? Yes, do your finger wag. You know I love it.
Well played, Mr. Wright. You've made your point abundantly clear. I concede that it wasn't the defendant inside the rolling case, but the robot.
You're gonna agree with me, are you? Oh, pogs for that.
All right, what's going on here? It's never good when he plays things this straight.
When is he ever? No, you're telling me.
Does the prosecution withdraw its claim that the defendant was carried from the scene?
No, Your Honor, my claim hasn't changed.
Objection!
What do you mean then? What are you getting on with? But Ponko and Miss Sykes couldn't have both been inside there.
Objection!
The notion that the case was used to carry Miss Sykes was Miss Blackwell's theory. I have been of a different opinion from the outset. Oh, can you tell me about it, please? Now I finally have the opportunity to voice my theory. Yes? Thanks to the defense. What did I give him? I gave him some kind of root that was bad. Edgeworth, he's been one step ahead of me this whole time. I mean, that's what he does. We know that.
In that case, how do you propose that the defendant left the crime scene?
Simple. The footage only shows Prosecutor Blackwell from behind. What's more, he's holding his arm in front of his body, as if he were holding something, or someone. Oh, come on, Edgeworth. I mean, I get you, but like, dude. It's hardly evidence. Who could he have been holding? I have proof the surcoat Prosecutor Blackwell is wearing. The victim's blood was found on the front of it, and the stain had a highly distinctive shape. Can I see that, please?
A blood stain with a distinctive shape? Please continue, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
7 years ago, the defendant was known to constantly wear a certain item, of which there's only one in the world. A special pair of headphones made just for her. Right. She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research. Analysis showed the bloodstain to be the exact same shape as the headphones. In other words, this was no mere blood splatter. The blood went from the victim's body to the headphones and then was imprinted onto Prosecutor Blackwell's coat like a stamp.
A most gruesome stamp indeed.
Really? This is bad. Blackwell carried Miss Sykes, who had been hit by splatter, away from the crime scene. This proves that Athena Sykes was, without question, present at the crime scene. And that concludes the prosecution's argument. Wait a minute now. Wait, no, there's gotta be more to this, though. Oh, dear. Sorry about my voice.
Order. If the defendant was indeed at the scene, it deepens the suspicion against her.
Objection!
Oh, no. But we've also shown that the robot was there at the scene as well.
Objection!
Where is she? Where's Ponko right now? I hope you're not making the ridiculous claim that a simple robot was the real murderer. I don't really think that, no, but you can't say the possibility isn't there. Now we're bluffing again. Detective Fulbright, was the robot questioned at the time?
No, I don't see any record of it. I believe it was considered unrelated to the case.
What? No one even asked her anything? But as it turned out, the robot was actually integrally related. Your Honor, the defense would like to call Ponko to the stand. Yeah, get her here. Where is she?
A robot witness?
Oh, Judge, come on. Come on, that's nothing. We've had worse, and you know it. We're fine. That's fine.
Order in the court. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what do you think about this?
Mr. Wright has called all manner of witnesses to the stand over the years. Listen, we had a whale earlier. You can't say anything about a robot. So why not a robot? Nothing surprises me anymore with him. It's probably true. Very well, I will allow the witness. Bailiff, please summon the robot named Ponko. Well, we're going to have to do that part in the next one. Now, I'm not sure how many parts we're going to have. Once it starts getting extremely heated, and I know that it's going to, I'm just going to try to cut them where it seems appropriate to. And there might not be an appropriate time. And for those, I'll just try to go as long as possible that makes sense. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I can't wait to see what's next. I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodaloo.